All right. Hi, everyone. It's Hannah here with the town of Renfrew. And this morning I'm sitting down with our manager of environmental services, Amanda Springer. And we're going to chat to you today a little bit about the upcoming changes that are being made to the recycling program here in Renfrew. We know it's been a little confusing for people. So we thought it's been confusing for us at times as well. So we thought it would be great to sit down and I'm going to ask Amanda a couple questions. She's going to answer them and hopefully we'll get a little bit of clarity for you on some of these changes that are coming. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so the first question I have is why and who made this decision to change the program and the distributor for us here in Renfrew?
So the provincial government made this decision through the Blue Box regulation and the Resource Recovery and Circular Economy Act. The goals of the regulation include to create a Blue Box recycling program that is consistent across the province, which expands the types of materials that can be recycled, and to move to a producer responsibility system.
Okay, awesome. So I like that you mentioned producer responsibility model. Could you elaborate a little bit on what that is? We use that term, but I'm not familiar with it. I'm sure a lot of people aren't familiar with what that means.
Sure thing, yeah. So it means that the companies that make the products or import the products or put their brand on the products are responsible for the end of life management of those products, including the collection, the processing, and the reuse of those. Other products like batteries, tires, electronic waste, and paint have similar programs. The benefits of these systems is that the producers are financially motivated to reduce the amount of packaging that they use and use materials that are easier to recycle.
Okay, great. Okay, so this is a big one, and I think some clarity around this is going to be great. So, are there changes to garbage pickup? I know we're talking about recycling, but specifically for garbage.
So there will be no changes to garbage pickup. These changes are only going to affect recycling.
Okay, that's great. Okay, and let's talk about changes to residential recycling and if there is any changes to residential recycling.
So the major change is that recycling for residents will now be managed by Circular Materials, which is an organization that represents the producers. The town no longer will set the recycling schedule, produce the recycling calendar, or be able to respond to recycling related customer service requests. Residents will be receiving their 2026 recycling calendar from Circular Materials via Canada Post before the end of the year. So watch your mail. Additionally, a new contractor will be completing curbside collection. Starting January 2nd, look out for Miller Waste trucks in your neighborhood. They're a brown truck with a bit of a light yellow color as well. Although the residential collection days will remain the same, the truck may come around at a different time than people are used to. So please make sure that you have your recycling out by 7 a.m. If the truck has missed your street or comes on the wrong day, please contact Miller Waste directly, and their info will be on the recycling calendar that you'll receive in your mail.
Okay, so that's great. So really, no big changes is what we're saying for that, other than the distributor.
Too many big changes, no. One other change, which will be more information will be on your recycling guide that you get in with your calendar, is that there will be more products that are now going to be recyclable. And this includes styrofoam, black plastic, plastic film, like bags and parcel bags. And like I said, there's more information and a sorting guide with the calendar that you'll receive from Circular Materials.
Awesome. Okay, so everyone watch their mail. That will be coming shortly. Okay, so this is the big one. So what are the changes for commercial and businesses here in Renfrew?
Yeah, so the provincial program does not include non-residential recycling, such as from small businesses, offices, community facilities, churches, etc. The town has opted to establish a separate recycling collection for businesses and community organizations. The non-residential recycling pickup will occur on Fridays, regardless of when your past recycling day was or when your garbage day is. We have been gathering contact information for the affected organizations and will endeavor to reach out to those affected directly. If you think your organization is affected by this change and you don't hear from us by the beginning of January, please reach out to us.
Okay, so Friday, I guess the big takeaway is everyone's now moving to Friday for that.
All of the non-residential will move to Friday.
Awesome. Okay, that's great to know. Okay, I know you touched on this a little bit, but let's maybe this will be more commercial based. Are there changes on what can be put into recycling now for residents?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, there's an expanded list of materials, which includes things like plastic film and black plastic and styrofoam are the biggest changes.
Okay, and this is for both residential and commercial,
It'll be
correct?
for both residential and commercial.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, last question for you. So, what are the next steps on this, and what can people expect in the future?
Yeah, so as mentioned, residents should watch their mail for their 2026 recycling guide and their calendar. Businesses and community organizations should watch their inboxes for more information about the changes that specifically affect them. There may be a bit of a learning curve during the first few weeks of January, but if you have questions or issues, contact Miller Waste directly. As mentioned, their information will be on the calendar that you receive in the mail, and we'll also be updating our website closer to the end of the year to have that information there.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us today, Amanda.
Thanks.
Okay.